What if the genius you admire in others isn't something rare or magical, but something quietly waiting inside you? Think about it for a moment. Every groundbreaking invention, every beautiful piece of art, every bold idea that changed the world started inside an ordinary human mind. The difference wasn't that those people were born with something mystical that the rest of us lack. The difference was that they learned how to unlock what was already there. Hidden beneath routine, doubt, and distraction lies a powerful part of your mind that is capable of creativity, insight, and brilliance. The real question is not whether you have genius within you, but whether you are willing to discover it. Most people grow up believing that genius belongs only to a special few. We look at scientists, inventors, entrepreneurs, and artists and assume they were simply born different. But history tells a different story. Many of the world's most celebrated thinkers struggled in school, faced rejection, or doubted themselves early in life. What set them apart was curiosity. They kept asking questions. They kept exploring ideas long after others lost interest. Curiosity is the first key to unlocking your inner genius. When you begin to question the world around you, when you start wondering why things work the way they do, your mind begins to wake up. Another powerful key is the willingness to think differently. Genius rarely comes from following the crowd. It comes from looking at ordinary problems through an unusual lens. Instead of accepting things as they are, a creative mind asks, "What if there's another way?" This shift in thinking can transform your perspective. Suddenly, problems become puzzles. Obstacles become opportunities. Instead of feeling limited by circumstances, you begin to see possibilities that others overlook. Your environment also plays a huge role in shaping your potential. A mind that is constantly overwhelmed by noise, stress, and endless distractions has little room for creative thinking. That's why many great thinkers valued quiet moments. In those spaces of reflection, ideas begin to connect. Your brain processes experiences, patterns emerge, and insights appear almost unexpectedly. In today's fast-paced world, creating moments of silence may feel difficult, but it is essential if you want your mind to operate at its highest level. Another secret to unlocking inner genius is embracing mistakes. Most people fear failure so much that they avoid trying new things. But the truth is that mistakes are not signs of weakness, they are signs of growth. Every innovation in history came after countless failed attempts. When you stop seeing mistakes as embarrassment and start seeing them as information, your mind becomes fearless. Fearless minds explore more ideas, take more risks, and ultimately discover breakthroughs. Learning continuously is another powerful catalyst. The human brain is incredibly adaptable. The more you expose it to new information, the more connections it creates. Reading widely, exploring unfamiliar subjects, and engaging in meaningful conversations expand your mental horizons. You begin to combine ideas from different fields, and that's often where genius-level insights appear. Innovation rarely comes from knowing one thing deeply. It often comes from connecting different pieces of knowledge in unexpected ways. Confidence also plays an essential role. Many brilliant ideas die silently because the person who had them doubted themselves too much to express them. Self-belief doesn't mean arrogance. It simply means trusting that your thoughts and perspectives have value. When you give your ideas a voice, you allow them to evolve. Some may fail, but others might spark something extraordinary. Another underestimated factor is persistence. Genius is often romanticized as sudden inspiration, but in reality, it is usually the result of consistent effort. Behind every breakthrough lies hours of thinking, experimenting, refining, and trying again. The people who unlock their genius are not necessarily the smartest ones in the room. They are often the ones who refuse to quit when things get difficult. It's also important to nurture creativity in everyday life. Creativity isn't limited to artists or inventors. It's a way of thinking that anyone can practice. Cooking a meal differently, solving a work problem creatively, or even rearranging your daily routine can train your brain to think more flexibly. Over time, this mental flexibility strengthens your ability to generate original ideas. Your inner genius is also closely tied to passion. When you care deeply about something, your mind naturally focuses more energy on it. Passion fuels curiosity, persistence, and creativity. It pushes you to explore deeper, learn more, and think harder. When passion and discipline combine, extraordinary things become possible. Perhaps the most powerful realization is this: unlocking your inner genius is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more fully yourself. Each person carries a unique combination of experiences, perspectives, and talents. When you embrace that uniqueness instead of comparing yourself to others, you begin to access your authentic potential. Imagine what would happen if more people believed in the power of their own minds. Imagine a world where individuals felt confident enough to explore ideas, question assumptions, and create solutions. Innovation would flourish, creativity would thrive, and human potential would expand in ways we can barely imagine today. The truth is that your inner genius doesn't need permission from anyone. It simply needs attention, curiosity, and courage. Start asking questions. Start learning new things. Start experimenting with ideas. Give your mind the space to think and the confidence to express itself. So the next time you admire someone's brilliance, remember something important. The same spark exists within you. It may be quiet right now, hidden beneath routine and self-doubt, but it's there. And once you begin nurturing it, you may discover that the most extraordinary ideas of your life are still waiting to be unlocked. The journey begins with one simple decision: to trust your mind, explore your potential, and allow your inner genius to finally step into the light.